Arguably the biggest theme park attraction of the year opened just a couple of days ago. I'm Dan from themeparknut.com, and today we are not going to do a video about Rise of the Resistance. Well, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. You see, I'm going to talk about Rise of the Resistance, but there's not going to be any spoilers or anything like that, because there literally can't be, because I haven't watched a single thing about Rise of the Resistance in the last 2.5 weeks, and it's legitimately killing me. About a month ago, I wrote out a schedule for my YouTubing for the end of the year, and I sort of went through what was happening around the time of the various weeks, and I wrote down for this week that I was going to do a reaction video for Rise of the Resistance ride, because I figured I would watch it. And if I was going to do that, I might as well react to it, film it, get all excited and stuff for the camera. But I've decided I'm not going to, and I thought it would be worth clarifying why. In the past, I haven't really had a problem with avoiding POVs on rides that I really want to go on, because I've watched clips and little bits here and there. Like Hagrid's, I watched the queue walkthrough, but I haven't watched the actual ride. I've seen various of the animatronics, and I'm expecting by the time I get to ride Rise of the Resistance, I would have seen it up to that level. But right now, I'm avoiding all of the videos that are being published on it. This particular ride has got so much going on, and there's so many moving parts, that it's really tempting to watch the POV. I think, like Hagrid's, there's so many intricate little bits of it that it would be fascinating to see how it hangs together. But the question is, do I want to have that experience first in person, or do I want to watch it and then get it later? And at least for now, I'm deciding I don't in person, but it's not strictly for that reason. I know I'm going to hear the general consensus of what people think of the ride, and I'm going to see little bits and pieces here and there about downtimes and whatever. I'm in the theme park community, I can't avoid that. But I'm really going to try avoid watching anything in detail until at least December 22nd. Why December 22nd? Well, that's when I'm going to see Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. But just after the last big trailer dropped for Rise of Skywalker, I was pretty excited, so I decided to book some tickets for the Rise of Skywalker. I've gone to all of the sequel trilogy movies with my sister-in-law and my 2 nephews. We all love Star Wars, so it's perfect. And I sort of went, guys, I want to book tickets. When can we go? When can we go? And so we sorted out that there was a day in December where we could see it, sort of the weekend after it opened. And that's been the plan since back then. I also decided at that point that I was going to stop watching anything about Rise of Skywalker, which has been really hard. They've done TV spots that I would normally be eating up. I mean, I've gone from staying up in the middle of the night to watch the first trailer, which I did, and staying up to watch Star Wars Celebration, to completely avoiding it, to just going totally radio silent. And part of me is really enjoying it because I've got this anticipation for the movie that's coming, and part of me is going, just watch it. I've decided that I can't even watch things about Rise of the Resistance, the ride, until I've seen Rise of Skywalker. Even if they're not POVs, even if they're just reviews, because if there is the off chance that there is something related to the new movie in this, someone will find it, someone I watch will find it, and it will be shared on the internet. And I don't want to watch it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know any spoilers for Rise of Skywalker, even if that means avoiding things about Rise of the Resistance. I think it's fascinating when Disney decided what time in Star Wars to place this land. I knew they were always going to put it in the sequel trilogy, but they basically sandwiched it in between Episode 8 and Episode 9, which is an interesting time frame. We've already seen a few things from the land that have sort of raised some questions about what's going to be the start point of Episode 9. I mean, we see Kylo walking around with his helmet on. We know that there's going to be a Kylo animatronic in Rise of the Resistance. Is he going to have the helmet on? Yeah. Is it going to be the helmet with all the cracks melded with the red stuff? Maybe. I don't know. It's things like that that I don't want to know anything about until after I've seen the actual Rise of Skywalker movie. It's pretty funny that there's only a couple of weeks between the opening of this ride and the actual opening of the final movie, and they've set the ride before the movie. So only a very few people are going to experience this ride before the movie that comes after it, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if there's things that they will have held back until this, but given how close it is, I suspect not. I suspect if there's spoilers for episode 9 in Rise of the Resistance, they're there right now. And so I don't want to know, okay? Don't tell me, don't comment, I don't want to hear anything. I'm not going to read comments on this video because I don't trust you all. So that is why I'm not making a video about Rise of the Resistance. I would love to watch everything that's out there, and I will probably watch a fair bit of it, honestly, after I've seen Rise of Skywalker, but hopefully not a POV. If I can avoid a POV, I'll be good, right? Snippets here and there, a little bits and pieces. Q walkthroughs. I don't mind spoiling Q walkthroughs. I've done that for Smuggler's Run, I've done that for Hagrid's, I've done that for Hogwarts. There are a few where I've gone, okay, I'm going to watch the Q, because the Q's pretty cool. But the ride's the experience, and that's what I want to savour for myself. I'm so avoiding spoilers that I've even started muting words on Twitter. I've had pretty much everything Star Wars related, Mandalorian related, Rise of the Resistance related, Rise of Skywalker related, muted for a month and a half, and I'm not going to take them off until after I've seen Rise of Skywalker. I'm planning going completely radio dark, no internet apart from the bare necessities between when the first premiere happens and when I've actually seen Rise of Skywalker, which means probably 5 days, that I'll probably post my news in a minute video, and that's about all I'm going to do online for that period of time. So feel free to let me know what you're doing for Rise of the Resistance. Are you avoiding spoilers like me and waiting to ride it in person? Leave a comment in the section down below. I'm not going to read the comments for a couple of weeks, so do whatever you like. Go crazy. But please don't spoil it for other people out there. If they're trying to avoid it like I am, be kind to your fellow YouTubers. That would be a nice thing. Thanks for watching my video that was not about Rise of the Resistance. We'll be back on Friday with our regular theme park news in a minute video, so tune in for that. In the meantime, you can check us out on Twitter at ThemeParkNut, on Instagram, ThemeParkNut Insta, or our blog is themeparknut.com. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, cheers.